All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we are unpacking a seriously fascinating document. It's a corporate meeting transcript from a company called Auhome. Now, picture this. You've got a room full of seasoned, highly experienced tech professionals, and they're all sitting down to discuss the future of artificial intelligence. But the person they're analyzing, the one leading this massive paradigm shift, a 10-year-old boy. And I want to be clear right off the bat, this wasn't some cute, show and tell moment where the adults just humored a kid's hobby. Not at all. This 10-year-old fundamentally shifted how an entire room of professionals understands AI, computing costs, and the entire future economy. It's wild. So let's look at exactly what happened in that room. Okay, let's dive into this, because Chi-hung's reaction right here really sets the stage. She was explicitly shocked by his depth of knowledge, and actually, it wasn't just her. Another team member, Ing-fuk, mentioned he was just genuinely stunned by the boy's incredible talent. I mean, the whole room was in awe. They realized pretty quickly that they were witnessing a major paradigm shift that completely reset their view of technology. So you're probably wondering, what exactly did this young boy say that left a room full of tech-savvy adults completely captivated? Well, that brings us to Section 1, a 10-year-old's AI vision. According to the team's notes, the boy dropped this profound insight that really struck Chi-hung. He pointed out that we are officially leaving the information age and leaping headfirst into the intelligent production age. Think about it. In the past, it was all about data storage, right? We just hoarded information. But moving forward, data isn't just sitting idle in warehouses anymore. It's being actively used to produce actual intelligence. It's a complete redefinition of the world's infrastructure as we know it. Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds into what he called the 5 layers of AI. So the boy broke down this massive, complex AI industry into a really simple 5-layer framework. Unfuk actually referred to it as the AI cake, which is a great way to think about it. First up, you have energy at the base. I mean, without power, absolutely nothing happens, right? Second is the chip, the physical hardware doing the heavy lifting. Third is the infrastructure required to connect all of it together. Fourth is the model itself, the actual AI brain. And finally, sitting right on top, is the application. That's the tool that you and I actually interact with on our screens. Unfuk noted that this super simple framework just neatly demystifies the entire foundation of the AI industry. All right, on to Section 3, tokens as the new currency. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that the Auhome team had this massive realization. Tokens, those basic building blocks of data that AI models process, they aren't just some obscure tech jargon anymore. They are rapidly becoming a new digital hard currency. The boy actually described tokens as the literal electricity powering AI. They are the absolute fundamental infrastructure of future society. The team recognized that this is a true currency that's going to generate income and power all future computation. And that realization leads to the ultimate competition of the future economy. How do you produce more tokens using less electricity? This was a huge light bulb moment for Hien and Chi-hung. In this new world, efficiency is literally everything. Writing shorter, highly logical prompts doesn't just save time, it actually saves tokens and hard computing costs. They even started discussing this wild future where compensation systems fundamentally shift. Imagine a world where, instead of getting a traditional fiat salary, you might literally be paid in tokens. Which brings us right into Section 4. Producers versus consumers. And this brilliantly illustrates a stark economic divide that Andong and Hien see coming down the pipeline. Basically, future companies and individuals are going to fall into 2 very distinct camps. On one side, you have token producers. These are the people who grasp the concept early, they create real value, and they integrate AI fundamentally into their business models. On the other side, you have token consumers. These are just the passive users, the people blindly following the FOMO trend without really understanding the underlying mechanics. Hint specifically pointed out her own fear here. She realized that if she didn't take this seriously and upgrade her approach, she was going to end up as just another passive consumer. Let's look at how they plan to avoid that in Section 5, Mastering Personal AI Agents. So the crucial point is, how are these specific professionals actually taking action? Well, they aren't just talking about it, they are getting their hands dirty building multiple personal AI agents. Chien, She's automating her cost and cash flow analysis so she never has to crunch those numbers manually again. Hien is building personal agents specifically for repetitive tasks, completely freeing up her time for high-value, deep work. Chihern is intentionally auto-drafting her replies and generating daily content. Aingzan is out there coding games, and Ainfuk is dedicating himself to learning Render, which is a decentralized GPU rendering network so he can tap into massive computing resources. They are literally turning AI into a force multiplier for their own personal workflows to gain a massive long-term advantage. And I absolutely loved this mindset from Chi-Eng. She stated it so plainly. I don't want to teach anyone, I just want to be better myself first. Eng Jingdine echoed this exact same sentiment. They both realized that instead of trying to build some massive world-changing platform for everybody else right out of the gate, the real secret is building systems that improve your own productivity and decision-making first. Make yourself better. Because if an AI system solves your own daily problems efficiently, it's inevitably going to create massive value for others down the line. So that brings us to the ultimate question I want you to take away from this explainer. As we move deeper into this intelligent production age, will you be a token producer or a token consumer? Are you just going to passively use AI to write an email here and there like everyone else? Or are you going to truly integrate it, understand the currency of tokens, and build your own distinct unfair advantage? Take a page out of this 10-year-old's book, guys. Think critically about the incredibly powerful tools sitting right in front of you and start building your future today. Thanks so much for exploring this fascinating shift with me.